Welcome to Mermaid Love Tarot for your 5-part weekly bundle reading. I'm a counselor, a 2-time award-winning actress, and tarot reader. Enjoy your reading.
Hello Virgo, welcome back to Mermaid Love Tarot for your 5-part bundle reading, weekly bundle reading. My name is Priscilla and I am not just any tarot reader. We are going to begin your reading this week using angel answer messages. So if you have any questions in your mind, hold them there and I am going to give you the answer if you need some guidance, okay? I also want to share with you guys that I go live. And so I invite you to subscribe and hit the little notification bell so that YouTube can notify you when I go live. And you can take advantage of asking free tarot questions to yours truly. I'm also open for personal readings because people have seen my gifts. They see that when I predict the cards come out. I have over 2,000 videos that show that evidence. And that's why I say that I'm not like every other reader. And also I leave the egg ritual video at the end of every video so you can cleanse your energy. I come from an indigenous family. I am originally from Guayaquil, Ecuador. And so I share this ritual so that you can cleanse your energy. I share it step by step on the video that I leave at the end of the video. And I read in English and Spanish. So feel free to go check out those readings in Spanish, learn a little Spanish, and get more of your messages. Remember that messages are timeless, okay, you guys? All right. And for the personal readings, you could just send me an email and then we'll plan on how we go about doing your consultation. So it says meditation brings answers. So if you are seeking an answer that's asking you to meditate, right? We might see the high priestess. So go within, we might see the hermit. Really think about this. Have a moment to stay away from people so that you can make a decision. We know that sometimes when we try to get opinions from friends, they can overwhelm us, right? Because sometimes people think if we ask their opinion, it means that we're actually going to do what they're telling us to do. And it only means that we only want your opinion. All right. And for the next thing, they're telling you that once you know what to do, it is time for you to take action. We might see a lot of wands, okay? We might literally see the Queen of Wands or the Knight of Wands because they are very, very fast. Well, the Queen, not so fast, but she's determined. But the Knight of Wands, he's really quick. All right, so you need to take action with regards to something. We might see the Hangman because I feel like you've been procrastinating a little bit. But at the same time, you also need to begin to see things from a different perspective, from the perspective that you need to take action and you need to stop wasting time. All right, you guys. So what else was I going to tell you? I think that was it. All right, we are going to move on to your energies. What do we have for Virgo? Make peace with the past. You don't have to rewrite the story. Just stop fighting the chapter. Peace begins with acceptance. All right, we might see the 5 of Wands. We might also see the Sun because I'm seeing the 6 of Cups. You need to make peace with somebody in your family. Okay, I hear an uncle and a sibling. I also use my cup of water to channel messages. So, but they're clearly telling me that there might have been a situation either with a parent, a sibling, or an uncle or an aunt. Okay. So they're telling you it's time for you to make up. No need to waste any more time. Life is short, right? I always say that. What do we have for Virgo? Fulfillment. Yes. Once you have made peace with the past, you will feel fulfilled. Because right now, we might see the 5 of Cups, the 4 of Cups. You might have even a lot of regret from the fact that you stopped speaking to somebody and you don't feel fulfilled. We always, every time we have issues where our families, at the moment, we're upset, but then it's like, oh my God, I miss them. Oh my God, I feel like a part of me is missing, okay? This could be anybody too. It could be in a love relationship, all right? Take it as it resonates. You know your own story, but you have to make up with this person. Okay, angels and guides. Call on your angels and guides. They can see that you need help. All right, you guys. So we for sure might see the High Priestess. You really do need to, the number 3 might be significant. That means connecting, right? It's time for you to connect to your angels, get the guidance, and ask for help in terms of the situation that you're going through. All right, and asking, you know, is it the right time? Should I give them a call? All right, it's either listen to your angels or meditate to find the answer. Okay, but there's a lot of you here, because we're just in the reading, right? We're just starting the reading, and they're telling you you need to connect with the divine and your angels and meditate, because you need answers. All right, and now for the love oracle. Yikes. It says they didn't lose you. They lost the chance to know you. You weren't hard to love. They were lazy with love. They didn't lose a good one. They missed a damn masterpiece. Your glow up was their plot twist. All right. So maybe you just walked away from somebody who didn't deserve you and didn't value you. Crazy. All right. So we're going to see what's going on. Maybe that's the person that you need to, this person that you walked away from who didn't value you. You know, maybe you had an argument with them, and, you know, in you having that argument, they realize how much you're valuable. Okay. We might see the Tower too. We might see the 3 of Swords. And like I said, the 4 of Cups and the 5 of Cups. We might see the Empress because it's a moment for you to heal. But we might see the Tower because this needed to happen. It's almost like you took a long time. You waited to see if anything was going to change. You asked your angels. You need to continue to ask your angels if you're still in that situation. But for others of you, it might have been just an argument and now you're feeling like you're not fulfilled. It might just be a conversation you need to have. We're going to see in Tarot what happens, and we're going to see in the Power of Love. All right. I never take the cards, so you can forward when I shuffle, but I don't recommend that you forward as I am doing the 5 parts because they connect. I have very potent, at the bottom of the deck, confirming that you walked away. All right. Okay, and at the top of the deck, arguments, 5 of Wands with regards to this situation. Okay, yeah, and with the 8 of Cups, you really walked away. Like this was long overdue. That you were like, you know why? This is Pisces energy. At one point, this person made you happy, but then it was like you probably gave too much, and that's when the value became nothing, right? They didn't value you anymore. So you walked away. This is insane. They had you like this. At least you felt you were like this, but you weren't really. You weren't really tied down. You could have let yourself untie yourself and go. It didn't need to be that way, but you know, it took you a little bit of time. I told you that the Queen of Wands will come out. I am not just any tarot reader. Or it's actually the King of Wands. Same thing. Kind of like different gender. And this is Aries energy, okay? So now it's the time. They're both about determination. So they tell you need to take action, and you need to take action. If you have not left this relationship, you need to take action. 3 times at the bottom of the deck, checking your energies, and during tarot, walking away. 3 cards of walking away, okay? So you need to be honest with yourself. This is what the King of Swords, the King of Wands is all about. Tap into your conscience and realize that this isn't for you if you haven't left yet. But some of you are already on your way. Like you left. You weren't taking any crap from anybody. Yup. And you're staying focused on your money. Okay. You are serious about planning your future. This is Virgo energy with the Page of Pentacles. Okay. You're like focused. You're like, okay, I walked away from this. I'm going to focus on myself. Do what I need to do. And I'm done. 2 more, please, for Virgo. 1 more. Thank you. Yeah. Death. It had to end. It had to die for you to have a new rebirth. Whether that means you're going to stay single for a little while, Scorpio energy, or whatever. Because for you, it was more about values. It was about values with this Hierophant. But again, go within, you know, this might be somebody of Taurus energy, all right? And you needed some spiritual assistance. And you were standing your ground this time around. Again, at the bottom of the deck. Something different, but at the bottom of the deck. All right, you were standing your ground. And you might have also gotten some spiritual assistance. I feel like some of you did, ask your angels, meditate, and you did get your assistance. And you're protected with the Hierophant. All right. This could have been somebody that you were probably engaged to, getting ready to marry, or you were married and you just decided to file for divorce. All right. Take it as it resonates. I'm going to give you your advice. What do we have for Virgo, please? All right. It says emerging into grace. Okay, I open my soul to grace. You left this relationship gracefully, no drama. All you wanted was your peace. That's it. You literally went into hermit mode. You can see her laying down, right? Thinking about things and just doing what you need to do for you. We are moving on to money and career. What do we have for Virgo, please? Authority. You may be clashing with somebody at work. That's why we saw the 5 of Wands. Yeah, a power struggle. But you might find a peaceful resolution. That's another thing that you might need to meditate and ask your angels and guides about. Okay, what do I do in my place of work? How do I solve this situation? Should I go up to my boss, even though we clash heads? Should I go to someone above them? Right? And do what you need to do. Money matters. Expense, save, cut costs, resource plans ahead, make an informed choice. Invest your money wisely. Okay, so be mindful of the things that you're buying. Be mindful that you're not overspending, that you're only getting the things that you need. They're not telling you be cheap because money is energy. So you need to spend it, right? So it can come back around. So, but you just, have like a little budget, write down the things that, yeah, because I see somebody writing down. Write down the things that you need to buy and how much you're spending on them so that you don't, then later wonder, what did I spend my money on? You know how sometimes we just shop and we're like, oh my God, where did my money go? Things like that. And then work flexibility. So seek work flexibility. Negotiate remote work options, flexible hours, or part-time roles to achieve a better work-life balance, okay? So some of you may want to speak to your boss about working remotely, maybe working overtime. You might consider finding another job just to get more income into your life, okay? Just be flexible and be open-minded. All right, we're moving on to love. Now this one we'll see. God. All right, and it says these feelings are eating me alive. All right, so this person who didn't value you now realizes that their feelings are eating them alive and they made a mistake. All right, take it as it resonates. We saw what we saw in the beginning. I'm leaving the full reading at the bottom here so you can see it if you're wondering what happened. Okay, and this is why I tell you, watch the full reading because so many things connect. All right, unsatisfied. Yep. I wasn't happy the way things were going. You weren't. So you said peace out. So many times, 3 cards came out of you walking away, right? You weren't happy. And now they realize I messed up. I didn't give this person, it could be a he or she, what they wanted. I could have, but I was too lazy, right? As we saw from the card from the beginning. It's not that this person couldn't give it to you. They were just too lazy to put in the work. Deception. Someone is wearing a mask in this relationship, and they were. They, when you started, they were like, I'll give you this, I'll do this, I'll do that. And in reality, none of that happened. All right, we're moving on to Oracle messages. What do we have for Virgo? How does this happen? Unbelievable how my cards get mixed up. And wow, these cards are talking today, boy. All right, and it says, no act of kindness is ever wasted. Some of the kindest people you will ever meet have been through hell and back themselves. That strengthens their compassion and empathy. If this is describing you, keep being the beautiful soul that you are. All right, and you did go through a lot with this person. You gave a lot, and they didn't give you anything. And now it's like, going through that whole thing. I don't know what I have until I've lost it. All right, what do we have for Virgo, please? and it's the number 1111. How lucky are you? Make a wish right now. Okay, you are in for a lucky break. It may come as a happy news, experience new opportunities, or an exciting acquaintance. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time. It's not a coincidence, but a gift from fate. All right, so this might happen to you. Okay, so pay attention to the signs. You're gonna have like a serendipitous moment. All right, oh no. All right, let me pick a card from here. I didn't set aside your card, but I'm just gonna pick one. Nothing is a coincidence. And it says, Snow Leopard. Take some time out for your usual life and spend it in solitude. It's not a coincidence. We saw that in the beginning, right? When, even in your advice, when she's sleeping and they're telling you that because of everything that you went through, it's time for you to take a moment, go within. You're going through like a rebirth, right? So just go within, focus on you, and do what you need to do. All right, you guys, we are now going to do initials. And then, all right, so you have GR. I'm hearing Gregory. This could be first name, last name, or nickname. Okay. And for more signs, we have Gemini, Taurus, and Cancer. All right. So this has been your reading. I hope that it has resonated with you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can support my channel and we can meet again, especially during my live. Take care. One love. And I'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thanking you for watching, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.